Welcome to Xbox Corner, my name is Alex. Today we're looking at Hi-Fi Rush on the Xbox Series X. This one, it's a third-person rhythm-based action-adventure, and after a couple of hours now I want to take a look at what it's all about, discuss what is an impressive soundtrack, and answer the question whether this one's going to be worth a look. So with that, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals weekly, and let's get started. The story for Hi-Fi Rush has been a lot more entertaining than I anticipated going in. It's not only funny with a solid cast, but it packs a story that's designed to filter through new boss encounters frequently. Now from what I'm seeing after the first two bosses, they are incredibly eccentric and that makes me want to push forward. I want to see more. The story then, it's essentially a future world where you can have injuries replaced with mechanical modifications. In this case, we're going to be switching out our arm for what is a very cool cybernetic number. During the process though, something goes wrong. What appears to be an iPod lands on our chest and now it's going to be stamped into our body. The organisation behind all of this are not too happy about this result, and it also seems the music that plays, it actually impacts your heartbeat, hence our rhythm theme. So quickly then in the game we uncover this organisation, not exactly the helping hand they are pretending to be either for the, public. They're not out to help people, they'll actually be using these implants to control the population, eventually down the line. Now it's going to be time to save the day with a talking cat and a character that acts as your guide known as Peppermint. It's entertaining this far, good humour, a likeable lead and no doubt a massive cast ahead of us to uncover. The gameplay in Hi-Fi Rush, it's the latest entry in the rhythm action genre, a format that's been gaining some steam recently, with first person being a particular favourite implementation. The idea is simple enough though, your actions, attacks, jumps, dashes, they must be on the beat of the music for maximum effect or damage. Now unlike some that are punishing with the timing, this one actually opts for a way everyone can play, and basically that is, the more off the beat you are, the less impact it has, but the action it will still occur. It allows for something that still feels fun to pick up and play, but definitely rewards practice. In the lead up to the first boss, my performance was no question poor, but with time it started to get better. You get a few different actions as well in the basic controls that do need to be timed: to jump, double jump, a dash which with good timing provides invincibility frames, and then a light and heavy attack. You'll also unlock a grappling hook by the second level, and you can call in Peppermint for support, where she rocks up guns in hand and can be used as a support character in battle, but also to simply help you move forward in a location. Think shooting a switch that's going to be out of reach to open up a bridge. This is just the beginning of our skills as well. We quickly uncover a special attack which requires you fill a reverb gauge at the top of the screen. Simply pummeling our enemies will achieve this. We can also then purchase new moves as well. This can be done in a couple of ways, but there's going to be certain checkpoints in stages that we can visit, as well as a home-based location between missions. Here we can purchase new moves which are combo-based between the light and heavy attacks. We can purchase new special moves as well, although they must be equipped. And then finally, we can talk to the supporting cast as well. The currency for the in-game store, worth knowing, that is cogs. There's a huge amount of them amongst each stage. So yeah, look, it's not the deepest gameplay honestly, but it's just fun. The core loop at this point seems to be navigate, complete some minor platforming, and then get trapped in a small arena to battle waves of robots. These battles, they are known as choruses, and in the upper right of the screen, the game will be giving you a ranking, so you miss a beat, you'll watch it drop. If you perform perfectly, you guessed it, you'll watch it climb. That will go all the way up to S tier. This is where the game really succeeds in my opinion. It has that high score chasing mentality to it where each battle is ranked and then the overall stage gets a ranking too, and I can't help but look at that and say, how can I improve? How can I get a better rating? The highlight of this far though, it has to be the boss encounters. Somewhat thanks to the music as well, which we will address later in the video, but they're just epic in scale. It seems we have some mid-level sub-bosses along the journey as well, larger mechs. Definitely more difficult, but pretty in keeping with everything else that we do see. But it's those at the end of the stage that do impress. The first two, we've had a robot which is the size of the screen hammering away at the platform you're standing upon, and then they shoot lasers and throw bombs in your general direction as well. The second was a human character that had the ability to harness electricity in the factory she seems to own. This location made up the opening of the game, but it seems like we will be tackling this cast of bad guys, each one kind of at their own location. These bosses, though, a common theme so far is, and this is a pretty major change, you can't always attack. Instead, now it asks you to harness the rhythm mechanics to dodge, and that's definitely a nice strategy switch that the game is forcing upon you. Gameplay wise though, I'm impressed. It's well implemented throughout. The timing of the rhythm feels spot on, keeps control simple but evolves it with combo gameplay, and the cast then this far, they've been likeable while providing a variety in their skill sets. That same comment as well, it goes for the different enemies. It's being topped off then with high score chasing and rankings, which has me calculating how can I do something better next time around, how can I chain these attacks together and defensive maneuvers even to maximum effect. You know, from the size of the home base as well, I'm excited to see now just the rest of the supporting cast and enemies ahead of me. Graphically then, I love it. The easy comparison here would be Jet Set Radio. It popularized this almost cartoonish cel-shaded style, and it looks incredible from the locations to the enemy design. My favorite design element, everything in this world, it moves to the beat, so if the audio cue isn't quite enough for you, well, you can watch objects around you now, or even just follow along to our lead character's foot tap. If you are still struggling, we can add a visual metronome showing the beat to assist. The animations then are top quality, and yeah, even from just the bosses to our basic attack patterns, it's all incredibly over the top, which I really appreciate, and seeing these enemies, you know, explode, get flung all over the place, it is particularly satisfying. Given the rhythm element as well, you need it to run flawlessly, and thankfully, that is exactly what it does. Audio finally, and here is the piece that brings it all together. Now, I'm a big fan of video game soundtracks and music in general, in fact, but if you have a rhythm game, you need to bring something of a high quality to the table. They do just that. Now, I won't say every song will be for you, but I will say this, it should have something for everyone. It's this unique blend as well. Upbeat music often reinforces the locations, you know, clearly composed for the game as well. That's an official score, shall we say. Bosses, however, they are accompanied by commercial releases. I was one at the second I got to the first boss for the game to reveal I would be battling it out to 9-inch nails. Other artists it seems that are featured includes The Prodigy, Black Keys, The Jai Formidable, and Swan. Should you be a streamer and watching, it also packs a streamer friendly mode as well, which will remove all of the copyrighted material for you. Hi-Fi Rush then was a surprise. It released out of nowhere during the recent developer event, and they've absolutely delivered something that feels unique, an entertaining action-adventure that is built for any skill level, that promises replayability thanks to unlockable skills and high-score chasing. While most in the genre are often, you know, brutally challenging as well, this one's just different. It rewards practice but doesn't penalize mistakes quite as heavily as most out there. I just think that's why many will enjoy it so much. It's all topped off then with great visual design and audio as well, and yeah, I for one will be returning and absolutely seeing this one through to the very end. Will you be checking it out though? Let me know in the comments. Maybe you've played it already. If that's the case, I definitely want to hear from you in the comments. What do you think about the experience this far? With that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, Game Pass breakdowns weekly, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.